Greetings and namaste to our Geminid friends. Hi, Gemini. Thanks for joining us for a tarot reading for September 2020. I hope you're all doing well, and I want to wish you all the best in peace, joy, prosperity, bliss, abundance, happiness, and well-being. Okay, Gemini, I've been shuffling up your cards. I'll give them once more over. We'll give them a cut, and we'll get right into the heart of the matter. See what's going on for you for this Virgo season, September 2020. Okay, Gemini. And the feeling I have with you guys is about ambition and sending it like actually like a call to action, a point of action. But let's have a look here. We'll go ahead and cut the deck if they would all stay together. You feeling torn apart, Gemini? What's wrong? Are the words not coming out right? Maybe some of you struggling to have that conversation, feeling a little bit like try again. The persistence and delay even. It almost feels like for our Gemini friends like the energy you would typically find in a Mercury retrograde for September for them when it's actually a Mars retrograde in the sign of Aries. So Gemini, hold on. It could be an interesting month. It could be an interesting ride. Let's see what Tarot has to say about the whole situation. Okay. Card at the bottom of the deck. The World. All right. You know, I see beautiful things in this card. I see beautiful rays of like violet and, you know, capturing the essence of a moment, almost like a Polaroid picture. You guys aren't taking anything for granted right now. That's what, when this card shows up in your overall energy, your environment, it's like, this is the energy of appreciation. This is the energy of like, I'm very happy and grateful and feel blessed for what I have, be it whatever that may be. If it extends to privilege, if it's just run-of-the-mill blessings, if it's something as simple as just having a cool drink of water on a hot day or a warm place to sleep on a cold night, you guys see all of it, and you're living very much in that cornerstone fundamentality of the laws of the universe that your appreciation leads to attraction. So well upon the road to your desires. I'd have Al Jolson sing, I'm sitting on top of the world. Maybe some of you have this feeling. Maybe some of you are all right with it, right? But, you know, better late than never. It always seems the case. Like when you guys are at your most outwardly optimistic selves, Gemini, it can be in the face of great adversity. It could even be in times of injustice. We see with what's being painted in the bigger picture, things not being fair, lockdowns, civil unrest, equality issues, and cries for this, that, and the other thing. And it's all seemingly falling on deaf ears at present time. So some of our Gemini friends in the actual, like the 3D, they're like, who can I turn to? Where is it safe? Because there's been something that's gone on, Gemini, in terms of cerebral about how you're defining trust. And I feel that this has just come about mostly this year. The lockdowns have given you a lot of time to think, and maybe it's sometimes overthink. But the reversal on the Justice card as well is saying give yourself a fair shake as well. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. When you celebrate your small victories, don't be too hard on yourself for the little things that, you know, don't go right. Because, you know, divine timing being what it is, it's all a matter of perspective, right? And if the narrative that we're hearing, or if what you're dealing with truly is unjust, be fair to yourself, because it is you yourself that is standing in your values from your belief, from your point of view, from your timeline and your understanding of reality, and nobody should come along and try and shake you off of that. And if they are, you give them what for, Gemini. You tell them what for. Okay, some of you might be thinking romantically about an Aquarius or another Gemini, okay, even a Libra. This is a card that's reflective of you. You're feeling very well. I feel our Gemini friends are in full health, and this is a card to signify what I was feeling earlier about the ambition, about what you put your mind to. No airy-fairy, like if I think it, I can be it, or if I build it, they will come, or I can... If I think about it, then it'll arrive at my door in a package, right? Not for the good stuff in life. And this is a call to action for Gemini. The King of Swords is saying, get up, fight for your right to party, fight for your right to have fun, fight for a right for your ambition to to motivate you, to generate energy within you so that you are actively planning, doing, and making the most out of each and every day. The King of Swords is not idle. It's not a standby king. This is like thoughts lead to reality, and they can happen so fast if you're on it, right? Pick up a pen, send that email, make that connection, okay? Good. This is nice. So that optimism reigns supreme, Gemini. Even in the face of adversity, you've got the sun in your reading here in the willpower. So for those of you, if this isn't issues of divorces or custodies, for some of you that are watching, this is a card to let you know that no matter what's going on, this is going to be all right. This is going to be fine. And if you stand by, nobody can pull one over too quickly on you or anything like that. Know your rights. And the sun is here to say that no matter how it all shakes down, no matter which way the cookie crumbles, you're going to end up on top. You're going to end up knowing that, the virtue stands alone. It stands in front of the facade. It stands in front of all this craziness that's going on. It is the virtue of the human being, of the individual, is the character of the person. And because you recognize this in yourself, on the usual Gemini, it will become a lot more easier to recognize that in others. And as you do that, relationships are going to become more bountiful. The ones that are already in place are going to become more fulfilling and things of this nature, because this is about actually being in the right place at the right time this month. This is showing up in the third chakra in the solar plexus area. You're to done. Like some of you might be showing off a project, giving presentations, things of that nature. It lets me know, and don't have any stage fright or weird nerves about it, because it's all going to go down the way it's meant to be. You present very well, Gemini, a lot better than you give yourself credit for, I believe. Okay, but there are some big cards up here. Some of your heart is stuck on Aries, okay? Sign of Aries playing into the heart chakra here, and the Emperor, the big daddy of the heart. And it's important to listen to your heart, especially when the Emperor is showing up there and being like, if you were to make all the safe choices and do everything by the book, is that going to give you the fullest experience? Because that's what the Emperor, and even me as your reader, want you to have, is your desires, is the things that you're wishing for, and are the things that you're working towards. So have those things deeply planted in your heart, and allow the emotion to bubble to the surface, or even to deepen the meditations in your heart about what you are working towards, because that'll give it some momentum behind it. That will give that ambition, the undying fuel. There's no worry about running on empty, because like the Energizer Bunny, Gemini, you can continue on forever, because it is a matter of the heart, and it is a matter of wanting to do what's best by everybody in the empire, right? A lot of responsibility, a lot of even sometimes burden can be placed with this card. And if it is in the area of your heart of responsibility and burden, sometimes you've really got to embrace it. You got to get in there and rip it open like a Christmas present on Christmas morning, just to figure out what's going on. And if that entails some emotional outburst or some, call to action, which may seem like something outside of yourself, like, oh, I'm just not feeling like myself, or I'm just not acting like myself. And some of you aren't. I've had a weird feeling since we turned on and tapped in and tuned on to Gemini energy. It's just like some of you are second guessing, and some of you are very unsatisfied, I feel, with how you're presenting, how other people are viewing you. There's a fundamental level in, you've got the appreciation part, but that part to tell your ego that it's not worth it, and that it doesn't matter how other egos perceive it, because you're engaging with people on a much more aware and awakened level now. But yet the subconscious mind, if it hasn't been deeply unrooted, will go in there and say, God, I wonder what they thought of that. I wonder what they think of me. I wonder what they say about me when I'm not there. That is not the best energy to have in this situation. Whether you are in charge, or you're dealing with somebody else that is in charge, you can't give your power away to those things anymore. And the Emperor is there to say, once you have it, that heart energy ripped open, it won't even be a question. It won't even be something that you have to think about anymore, because as you are led from the heart, so then you begin to do from the heart. And then as you are doing that from the heart, there's nothing, because you're acting pretty much with source, and no one is able to stand against that. Okay, you're gonna have a breakthrough. It's going to be fine. You need, I feel, to tell somebody exactly how you feel. You need to reveal, and you need to let it be known. Again, fight for your right to party. If you are feeling like following your heart, but, safety consciousness in your mind, maybe the media, other people in your life are telling you no, you can't have it, speak your fulfillment. That's what this card is about. You have to speak your fulfillment. You don't have to tell everybody everything, especially if you got like a great big, like long-term, like master plan for your success and your happiness. You don't need to tell Papa John and Uncle Joey and Aunt Teresa at the kitchen table. You don't need to tell them that. Okay, but on the other side, when you're out and about, when you're strutting your stuff, when you're walking, when you're just even doing the simple mundane things, going to work, riding the bus, whatever, interacting, you got to own it. So for some of you, that means just absolutely being in that persona of like the undeniable you, the one that people will look around, they'll be like, there's someone I remember. I saw that person before, because that's the standalone from the Gemini. So when I say speak your fulfillment, treat it as if you already live with the end results, and do that and present that in a way that is, again, Emperor speaking here, from the heart, and it reflects in the goodness that you feel when you wear those clothes, or when you deal with people in such a way that is full of love and grace. It could never be torn asunder, and you don't have to worry about people that aren't awake, what they're thinking about it or not, because it's not going to matter. Okay, King of Pentacles reversed up here in the third eye. Perhaps you don't share a similar vision with somebody. Perhaps you don't share because this is all about not sharing, right? The King of Pentacles is reversed. It's like, no, it's mine. It's my time. It's my pentacles, right? If you're dealing with this kind of energy in terms of a vision, say you are working in a team or you have a relationship, and you can just tell, like, the ideas being brought forward and the topics of the discussion of the conversation that tend to run it. If it's a battle to keep things balanced, if it's a battle to keep things from deteriorating into a point where you just agree to disagree, then that's fine. But when it comes to vision sharing, it's not always a 24/7 kind of thing. And don't live in fear. If your vision of your future self doesn't match, and it seems like a long way, miles and miles away from where you are today, that can even be a sign too that sometimes you're a lot closer than you think. You're like right around the corner from it. So you got to remember to keep the momentum of this going, of having what you want, which is your desire, what your heart wants. In order to keep that going, you need to treat yourself, just like the Nine of Cups was reiterating. So as that comes up in your vision questing, maybe you've been putting off for far too long a vacation or a trip, and you just like repeatedly you don't justify it, right? You can't justify it to your mind that you should spend the money, take the time, go and relax. You would feel like a burden, or you were burdening other minds or other people by it. But sometimes it's important just to cut loose and just to do that for yourself, like majorly treat yourself. Okay. Coming in from the universe is a reversal on an Ace of Wands here now as well. It's been far too long, Gemini, that a creative project that you've been wanting to undertake, or that you're wanting to do, or perhaps you're pivoting in terms of your creative ideas, putting old projects on the back burner to start new ones up. There needs to be somebody needs to come and hit the artistic refresh button for you, Gemini. And that's what could be happening. You could find that this month of September is giving you a lot of signs and a lot of synchronicities, but they don't make any sense as to like your goal or where you're going. Why do I keep seeing that? Why is it presenting in that way? Is because these particular synchronicities and signs are there to encourage a pivot in creativity, the start of something new, the ace being there right at the top, being like the beginning or the inspiration that's desired. And it's going to be unlike anything. But I don't know that you'll necessarily figure that out this month, but you're going to start seeing the signs of synchronicities that are going to help put in the pieces together and being like, you didn't even realize that this might have been part of your life's purpose or design or timeline, but it's here, and it's showing you it's beginning time to create the space to allow that to come in. And as it does, things are only going to get better from here. I like this reading a lot for you, Gemini. With this Sun and Emperor card up here right by the King of Swords, you might be having it out with Earth signs, this month. Could be some Capricorn and Taurus or Virgo energies that you're disagreeing with, or you may find it's just due to circumstance that sometimes it's better to take some time to really process what the other person is saying before having to try to have that quick conversation. Because I feel, Gemini, as if this is like words that can't get out, words that are not coming forward. And even in this reading, I feel blocked. I feel somewhat trapped or recessed, which is weird because the cards are mostly positive. There's no Eight of Swords here. There's no Four of Cups here. It's just that reversal on that Justice and that King of Pentacles. That is kind of like you're having to get to a situation where you need some of that inner strength and some of that courage to bubble forward, because it's all right there in your heart and in your willpower, right? But it's to a point of speech, but not necessarily to a point of action. And if it is something that is unjust or unjust that you're dealing with in your life, this is an amazing spread for that, because you're going to be able to overcome it. You are going to be able to see that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's outside of yourself to heal, that society needs to heal it in order for you to become happy with the outcome or the results. Is very much about the individual person and those manifestations, because in that point of appreciation, as we gather it all inward, it shows source, it shows the universe, hey, I'm here, I'm ready to accept, I'm willing, I know I'm only a small part of it. But at the same time, when it comes to the vision and the connection you have with source, you boil it back down to you on the true essence of the nature, Gemini, and it's going to start responding to you directly and in very direct fashion through signs and synchronicities. And there's creative ways to unlock these abilities, these potentials of your mind, but stepping back from it and get sendy with it. Get creative this month. It's all about it, taking action on some of that thing rather than, it's okay. Thank you. I feel good. I could be feeling better, but for the time being, what I want to know now is how can I make the best of my time with this, right? Maybe that's all this is someone just having a little bit too much wasted time and being like, there would be so much more that you could challenge yourself with. Okay, Gemini, it's been an interesting month for you, and it's going to lead to some great and amazing things for you. I wish you all infinite love and blessings, and we'll see you all next time.